Good morning, everyone. You are watching Barnstable this morning. Joining me now over the phone is Director of Senior Services, Madeline Noonan. Good morning, Madeline.
Hi, Sarah. How are you today?
I am wonderful. How are you?
Awesome, as always at the Senior Center. We're lovely and cool in here today.
Yes, and speaking of being nice and cool in the Senior Center, let's talk about that a little more because we've had some pretty warm temperatures out there, a lot of humidity, pretty hot for seniors that may not have air conditioning, and really you guys can be a great resource for those who need a chance to get out of the house and go indoors somewhere and cool down.
Absolutely. There's no question about that. And I have to say, I finally feel like summer, the humidity was here because last night at home, my husband went down and brought up the air conditioner units from the basement. It was that uncomfortable last night and sticky that, I love the fact that we have this wonderful, facility to come to work every day because I actually sometimes feel a little cool in here and you really forget how hot it is outside. So, that's what we try and let folks know in the community is that if you don't have air conditioning at home and, when we're dealing with severe temperatures and humidity, just, keep in mind that the Senior Center is a temperature-controlled building. If you're looking to, escape the heat and, and feel comfortable, this is really the place to come. During the day, we're open 5 days a week from 8 to 4:30. We talk to people as well about, if they're feeling that way in the evenings, if you're feeling very hot, you can always visit the Hyannis Youth and Community Center. They're open into the evening hours, or just maybe go to the mall, go see a movie, or somewhere that it's going to be cool outside because it's so uncomfortable to be at home and not have not have airflow. We do recommend for people as well if they are at home. There are steps that you can take to limit the hot temperatures. Even if you don't have an air conditioning unit, like a fan, an oscillating fan can help circulate the air. So at least you're kind of getting a little bit of respite from that. We do recommend that seniors, particularly on the excessively hot days, really limit their outdoor activity. Including gardening, anything that's too strenuous. We just ask people be mindful of that. And, one of the other key pieces of this is just staying hydrated and make sure that you're drinking enough fluids and limiting alcoholic intake because alcohol can dehydrate your body. If you're in a house where, you're feeling very hot, just to close the shades. That will limit the sunlight, increasing the temperature inside.
Great advice, Madeline, and also, really a lot of this is to avoid any type of heat stroke as well. So definitely there is a health component to this.
Definitely, and we do know that older people are more susceptible to the dangers of heat-related illnesses, including heat stroke, which can be very severe and can onset very suddenly at times. So if you do start feeling, like dizzy or breaking out in a sweat, having trouble, a lot of folks that have chronic illnesses such as respiratory issues, or COPD, would be more aware that they're much more at risk, for heat-related illnesses. And one of the things that's great about living on Cape Cod in the summer is the fact that we can enjoy the outdoors and go to the beaches and cool off. And it really is the best time to be here. But we just want people to use their common sense and be mindful, because it doesn't matter our age. We're all at risk if we're outdoors too much in during excessive heat. And I think it's the humidity particularly that kind of just really wears you down and can cause a lot of problems for folks. But just to reiterate, the Senior Center, with all of the activities and programs that we have here, it's such a great place to come if you need to cool down. And we actually encourage people when they come here to bring a layer because it can often feel quite cool to people when they come in from the heat outside. That because we do put it out there that we're a cooling center, we want people to make sure that that they have layers. That's kind of like you just have to layer up if you go to the mall during the summer or the movie theater. Usually you would bring a sweater or something just in case you get a little chilly. And lots of activities to do here. This is a great time to come in and sign up for some of the activities and classes that are starting. We have a couple of great workshops coming up next week. We have one on home safety, which is really important for folks as they age to make sure that, aging in place and staying in your home, that sometimes, things need to be adapted to make it safer for people to live there. So Gentiva Healthcare are going to come in and talk about how to ensure that your home is safe, limiting your risk of falls, and just helpful hints and tips just to ensure that you can, live out your years, at home for as long as possible. And then that's on July 9th at 10 a.m., and it's a free talk. Then we have a chiropractor coming in to talk about how chiropractic care can improve your lifestyle for a lot of folks that have ailments, discomfort, back pain, neck pain, how chiropractic care can actually help improve your quality of life, and that's taking place on July 10th at 9 a.m. On July 8th, we actually have a class that's starting. We have a man, his name is Sean Murphy, and he's actually from Dublin, and he has offered lots of great classes here in Irish dancing, Irish music. There's going to be a class. It's $36. I think it is a 6-week session. It's at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, starting on July 8th, so that's next Tuesday. And it's basically for people to learn, if they're interested in learning how to play Irish jigs, reels, and polkas. He will teach you, no matter what the instrument is. If it's a tin whistle or a guitar, he will help you, learn to play some Irish music, which, he really is wonderful. He's come in and done the entertainment for our St. Patrick's Day dinner the last couple of years, so he's very popular here.
What an amazing class to have offered at the Senior Center. That's something I've never heard of before.
Doesn't it really show the diversity of what we offer here? I mean, I think, looking at the programs that we offer, the cultural programs, this is something that, is you don't find it everywhere, and we're fortunate to have encountered Sean a couple of years ago, and he's actually performed at our St. Patrick's Day dinner with local musicians who play Irish music for free, and it's so authentic, and I think the fact that him, with all of his experience and expertise, is willing to share that. He's done tin whistle classes here, and in fact, some of his students at the classes have actually joined him when he's done some performances. So that's that's just, I think, the beauty of what they call an Irish session. When you go to Ireland and you go out to a pub at nighttime and you want to just really feel immersed in the culture, that's what people do. They just bring their instruments and they get together, and it's such a kinetic, organic type of an experience. And the fact that he's willing to help us with it, I think, is great. So it's been very popular in the past, and we're hoping people will sign up as well. And then for folks that love the outdoor Cape Cod shell fishing, it's so popular here for people to go clamming. We have BARS, the Barnstable Association of Recreational Shell Fishing. They're coming in on July 10th, so that's next Thursday at 10 a.m., and they're going to give a free talk on shell fishing, how to make sure shell fishing is sustainable, and where you can go, and basically all you need is a rake, and it's a good exercise, and it can be a lot of fun, and then you get to enjoy what you catch. So I think that will be obviously a very popular talk too.
Now, Madeline, even though that is free of cost, would you prefer that people sign up who may want to attend that event, just so you have a gauge on how many people will be attending?
Yeah, thanks, Sarah, for bringing that up. That's important to us because when we do book, the speakers to come in and we schedule the time, it's very important for us to know that we get like a minimum amount. We don't, want somebody to come out and do a talk if we only had 2 or 3 people sign up, which in fact some people don't mind. They are passionate about, what it is they're discussing, and some folks will come out and, offer it anyway. But when we have people that are traveling a distance, they prefer to have a minimum number of people. So we do like people to RSVP. You can call us at 508-862-4750. That will get you through to the front desk, and you can sign up for any activity there, whether it's paid or free. If it's a paid activity, you can actually pay by credit card over the phone. And the other ways to sign up are online. You can go onto our website, which is www.town.barnstable.ma.us/senior services, and right on our homepage you will see the link to the online registration program, and you can sign up for all activities free or paid on there too. So we've got lots of opportunities. You can either come in person, over the phone, online. We try and make it as accessible for people as possible. And then just there, I just wanted to mention next week is the enrollment for some of our exercise classes. And I know that you've really been enjoying taking the yoga class at the
I was going to say,
Center.
I think the exercise programs at the Senior Center are probably the best kept secret in Barnstable because they are so affordable. And it's really, anyone can take the class. I have really enjoyed the yoga class. My 13-year-old daughter enjoyed the yoga class. So this really isn't, there's no age limit. I mean, mean, anyone can participate in the classes offered at the Senior Center.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the great things about the Senior Center. And you're right when you say it's the best kept secret. I mean, we try and get it out there. I think the name, Senior Center might often deter people from coming. They may think that our activities are, restricted to seniors, and some are. I mean, there are some programs that are, there is an age requirement. But for most of the activities and classes, the paid classes and activities that we offer here, it's pretty much open to anyone in the community. And like the yoga class that you've been participating in is an evening class. So that, we've been trying to promote that to the boomers and also younger folks, that if you're on your way home from work, it's a great time to stop by. We have some other town employees that have taken the class and have really enjoyed the timing of it because it just works for them. And as you said, affordable. Our exercise classes work out about $6 a class.
Amazing.
And we have fantastic instructors who are so dedicated and so passionate and enthusiastic about what they do. For example, the classes that are starting next week, we have a Zumba class. It's a Zumba Gold class, so it's modified for an older adult, but it's still got that kind of high impact, energetic vibe that, Zumba is known for. And when we see the folks that come out of that class, they are so excited and energized for the day. They're just ready to go out and take on the world, and they have fun while doing it. So it's not just exercise. It's basically Latin rhythmic moves. Feels like you're going to dance for an hour, but it's a great overall workout, great cardio workout. And then we have, as we talk about the classes that we offer here for health and wellness. We really want to make sure that we have classes that anyone can take, regardless of their mobility. We have an arthritic chair exercise that starts next week on July 8th, and it's a modified class for folks that it's a seated class. So if people have mobility issues, this is something that would work very well for them. And then we have an active aging class that's targeted to boomers. That's also starting. These classes are all starting next Tuesday, and the active aging for boomers is a new class that we're offering, and it starts at 4:30 in the afternoon. Again, they all work out at $6 a class. You sign up for like a 6-week session, so it's $36.
Yes, so affordable.
Yeah, and then Tai Chi, which, we talk about the virtues of Tai Chi. I mean, it's, an ancient, healing exercise, and works for people that may, not want something with a lot of intensity because it's very gentle, graceful movements. It really helps people with their range of motion, and it has a meditative quality to it as well. And we have, like I said, Sunny McGuinness is our instructor for that class, and she really is just fantastic. The folks that take that class love her. That starts next Thursday, July 10th. That's a morning class at 10 a.m. So, I mean, that's just basically touching, obviously,
right.
There's so much more that happens here. We can't talk about everything all the time, but if, that's a good introduction to just the range of classes that we offer. And then we also have lots of art classes, language classes that are happening. So if people want to come in,
classes, I mean, there really is such a range of activities at the Senior Center, and I'm so glad that you were able to join us today and just even touch on a few of them. So thank you so much, Madeline.
Great. Thanks, Sarah. Take care.
And we look forward to chatting with you in a week or two.
You too. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Madeline Noonan is the Director of Senior Services for Barnstable this morning. I'm Sara Mannal.